Palmer with chrispalmer.org. In today's on-page SEO audit of a local business website, what we will be doing is writing out a itemized SOP for the business owner so they can implement changes to their local business website. So the local business website that we'll be working on is Tropical Skips. Tropical Skips is a waste bin provider in Australia, in Cairns, Australia. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and walk through the changes that need to be made. What I'll do is I'm going to itemize a list. We have a single location, single service. The business owner really just would like to have a higher position. We were able to achieve page 1, but we really want to rank number 1 in a specific area. So I'm going to walk you through this step by step. I'm going to make all notable changes. I'll discuss with you what we need to change and why we need to change it so you can walk away with some tips that can help you and your business. So again, my name is Chris Palmer with chrispalmer.org. Like I mentioned before, you can check us out for anything, whether it's consultation, whether it's service. If you just want to learn more, head on over to Mastermind. You can check out this QR code here if you're interested in anything that I could help you out with. Enough about me. Let's get directly into this website. So what we want to go ahead and do is we would like to, all right, let's get into this right now. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and showcase the screen here in a moment. All right, let's go ahead and open this up. All right, so here we are. All right, so what we're going to be going to is we're going to look up skip bin hire, CAIRNES. Now this is in Australia. It's completely irrelevant. You can still walk away with a lot of tips here. So this particular site is I'm unfamiliar with this particular builder. I don't know if it's an older builder. Maybe it's not. I'm not really sure, but it's going to be a lot more helpful. This particular business owner is very involved in their site. I'll be able to give them the changes they can implement so quickly. It'll be so helpful. So here's the client here. We've already been able to achieve page 1, but we really want to take this top spot. So what we're going to go ahead and start with here is we're going to go in here and we're going to take a look at the top performing websites. All right, so that's what we're going to open up first. What I want to do is I want to go ahead and open up a notepad here. I was messaging my brother. All right, that's for another service. All right, so the very first thing I already note is the word count. All right. So we have a massive problem here when we're taking a look at all the top performers. So that's going to be 1, 2, and 3. All right. And then when we take a look at ourselves here, we can see that we have 3,471 words, but our top performers are 435. So what we're going to do here is we're going to just take a look. So we have a 435, then we have a 1705, and then last but not least, we have a 709, right? All right, so see, we have a huge problem here because we have 3471. All right, we have words we need to have. All right, 2 headings. All right. We have a massive issue with the headings because of the accordions that use a heading tag. We have All right, we're going to go ahead and take a look at this now. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the headers. We have a huge issue here, right? So 16, that's 17, 24, 29 headers. So we're sitting on 29. We have 29 headers currently. All right. And this is actually an issue because Google is rewarding that's 3, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 27, 27, 37, 47, 48, 49, 54, 54, 54. So we have 29 headers currently. We need 15 to 18 headers. All right. This is a massive issue. Getting the right amount of actual headers on the page is crucial. All right. The next thing is inside of your headers, due to the optimization of your leading competitors. When I'm taking a look at Skip Bin Hire, when I'm taking a look at this particular vendor and this vendor here, when I look at this and I see that they only have 3 headers, and in each of their headers, they're utilizing the primary key phrase, this is 100% optimized. So each zone on their page, each header tag has a keyword in it. Now, if we take a look at some of the other performers here, we can see that generally, and I've already pre-looked at this, that like this is highly unoptimized, right? So that tells me that they probably have a significant amount of backlinks. Then we look at this particular builder, so title, all right, and then we start looking at key terms that are LSI, right? Family, so we have an entity, right? We have primary keyword, entity, end keyword. So what I would highly recommend here is when I'm looking at something like this is if we have, we need 15 headers inside of your heading tags, use 14 headers, 14 to 15 headers, and optimize half of them. So 7, right, to 8 headers. Add the keyword skip bin, or hire, and then CAIRNS. Okay. 4. All right. Now, when we're taking a look at this here, skip bin hire, 11, waste. All right. So we don't have the word waste on the page the right amount of times. This guy has it on the page, or this company has it on the page 42 times. Waste is a co-occurring key phrase. So if I'm seeing waste on this page here, so waste, this is a high propensity, 51%. Waste, 27%, right? Let's see here. Are they using the word waste? 53%, right? What I'm getting at here is if I see the top performers utilizing a co-occurring key phrase, waste, right? So a skip bin is a waste bin or a trash can, a dumpster, whatever you want to call it, right? If top performers have a prominence of a specific keyword a large amount of times, we also want to have a large prominence of this on our page. Makes sense, right? So if I'm seeing a co-occurring key phrase showing up, we need to make sure that we're utilizing this. So what we're looking to do is this. Use skip bin hire we want to use this 30 to 45 and waste. This needs to be inside of here. Okay. Skip bin hire. All right. The word Carnes barely even shows up that much. Let's take a look at this. 8 times, 25 times. All right. So That is simple and easy. So this is primary key phrases we want to use 30 to 40 times. I mean, it's very, very simple. 30 to 40 times is what we need. Now, what you put around that, completely up to you. Now, how I'm doing an audit is far different because this is an on-page SEO audit. If you need somebody to help you out with this, please, you can help reach out or go through this video. I want to point out what we took care of first, looking at word count. The next thing is headers. Then we're looking at optimized headers. And now we're looking at density of primary term. And then we're looking at variations and we're looking at co-occurring key phrases. The entity usage is very, very simple. The entity usage that we want to point out here is going to be the location. Location is entity. And then on top of that, our brand name is entity. Note, people, places, things are entities. This is what we're going to be utilizing within the page. So as you can see here, I'm going to just note this. Increase amount of times you use AU and brand name along with the increase of the word CAIR and S in CREA, increase entity usage. Okay, so now what we're going to take care of here is, all right, so waste types, skip bin sizes. So these two here, skip bin sizes. So here, I want to point this out. All right, we're talking about waste types. See, these are pages that are going to affect our primary page. This is useful information. But if we have a primary page, the home page, because we have one location that we want to hit, one service that we want to hit. This isn't usually what we want to do, but since this is the decision that you've made and this is what you want to do, there's one location and one service. This is what I want to do. It's huge enough to support this business. This is what I do, right? I understand that. I have some business owners that do. I like to make the homepage branded, but in this particular case, if one page, one idea, one location, one service, fine. We have pages, waste types. This particular page here, waste types, needs to be eradicated, but the information is useful to the end user. Now, why do we want to remove this? Because we know that the word waste, plus we're utilizing terms within here that might compete with our homepage, which is optimized for primary term plus location. This information belongs on the homepage, right? You may want to shrink this down, but along with that, bin sizes, this belongs on the homepage. I want to rank for skip bin higher for a specific city, right? This information belongs on the homepage. We have 300 words here. And then on our waste page, let's see what we have here. 300 plus 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 800 words. Take that content, put it on the homepage, and then optimize the rest about the brand and the primary term. That's exactly what I'm going to say. This page here, okay. Number 6, this page, remove. It contains 534 words. Use the content and the words for the home page. 7. Skip in sizes. This page. Remove this page. Remove this page and add content to the home page. Okay. It contains 354 words. 8. If you take 5, 6, 7, 8, let's just add this up so that way the client doesn't even have to think about it. 354 plus 534 equals 888. Number 8. If you take the skip bin size and waste type page content, you will have 888 words. Use this content on the home page to make up the bulk of the word count and page. Include an increase in the words above to create 1,100 words total with 14 to 15 headers, with half of the headers optimized, meaning use your primary keywords along with the location in half of the headers, right? Easy. So all we're doing is we're taking those 2 pages, we're going to take all the content, consolidate it into one page. We're going to increase the amount of density for skip bin hire carns on the page, and we're going to increase the usage of the 2 letters A and U. Why? Because AU is an entity for Australia. We're increasing entity, co-occurring key phrase, the word waste, along with the overall usage of the primary term within the page, 30 to 40 times. I call it the high and low method. I looked at the low amount and I looked at the high amount of the word usage of the top performers, and I could see that the high and the low is between 8 and 34 times. So what are we going to do? I'm going to add it to the top high end. I want my density to be the highest, right? He or she that uses the word the more times is more relevant for the term. Then we can start looking at off-page factors. But there's more to this, right? Like we're just looking at the basics, okay? But what we want to do is we want to, once we eradicate these 2 pages, right? So we kill this, request a quote, contact us. So this is split up. That's fine. Skip in sizes. So now let's go back to this page. Tropical skips, we can keep that. Tropical skips. Now, this is another issue, right? You have a footer section, but we don't have the location information. We also don't have a terms of service. So we have terms and conditions. Let me see. All right. So terms of service. All right. All right. Number 9. Terms of service page needs to be created. Number 10, privacy policy needs to be created. Okay. 11, GDRP policy needs to be created. 12, compliancy policy needs to be created. 13, your other pages, let's say request a quote. Web page, okay. All right. 13. So we need to look at the hierarchy of a page. So let me show you what this is. So schema markup hierarchy of a web page, right? Now there's a hierarchy. There's a hierarchy that needs to be utilized. So I'm going to show you this. All right. So a hierarchy is what we want to make sure that we have. So close hierarchy, open hierarchy. So let me just take a look at this quick. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Schema markup hierarchy of Okay, let's see here. Okay. Creative work, web page is a thing. Canonical, check open issues. We don't need that. Creative work. Let's go to web page, breadcrumbs. So breadcrumbs is fine. We have the web page. We have organization. We have local business. What is this? Okay, so here, Control F, TEXT. There are 66 references of text on the page. So this is for you, all right? More specific types. Aha. So go to JSON LD. Let me see if it actually gives us anything. JSON LD in language reviewed by. All right. So there are 66. Okay. Here's what I want them to do. 13. Schema. If you're going to use Schema, do not use the same schema across the entire website, please. Website, please, right? Now, why is that? Why would I not want local business across the site? Well, the home page, in this instance, the most important page, we only want to identify or help the bot identify the items that are on the page, okay? Noted, right? Note, or a caveat. A caveat to this is, do you believe, you a business owner, a logical business owner, do you believe for a second that you could spoof, right? Or trick Google by stuffing things into Schema? If you can, I assure you it's only temporarily. So what I would highly suggest is stay within the guidelines and follow the hierarchy that schema.org has outlined for you. Now, there's hierarchies based upon your business or service. There's also hierarchies based upon, say, a website or an organization or local business. Follow the hierarchies that are relevant to the actual page or the type of schema that you're going to put in. Another tip, just like I just did here and I showcased to you, find the type of schema or the type of page that you have. If it's attorney, local business, organization, a church, whatever your business is, right? Go to the page, find the hierarchy, and type text. When you type text, this means it's an entry point or a type, a subtype of schema markup. Then you can add that to the type in order to build out a proper hierarchy. I hope this makes sense. If you have trouble with this, utilize Gemini or ChatGPT or some type of AI to help you write it out or to help you, assist you. That's what it's there for. All right. But we want to follow the hierarchy. There's a reason, and don't try to cram stuff in there. If you get a temporary boost, it's not worth the risk for your business if tomorrow Google changes their mind. Okay. I've been whacked with this. I assure you it's not worth it. Plus, it takes a lot of time doing this stuff. Stay within the guidelines, do what's best for your business. All right. So let's keep moving on. Okay, so I wanted to point this out. If we are going to use, do not use same schema across the entire website, please. Use web page, breadcrumb, okay, web page, breadcrumb, organization, okay, and follow the hierarchy. Just use the basics. Get these that schema gives you. Just follow the basics to get the basic boost that it's going to give you. Now, more importantly, okay, so your footer. All right, so let's add the pages, including homepage and perhaps any locations that you might also want to rank for. Increase footer links. Also include your map link along with information related to the address, name, phone, etc. All right. Important. Add a link to the pages you want to rank. 15. Increase A tags links to your home page across the website. I've added an A tag to the header menu. Also, I would like to see you add one to the footer and also inside of the body on all pages. Use the keyword skip bin hire, CAIRNS. Now, why did I tell him to do this? All right, let's go into this site. So what did I tell him to just do? All right, we walked through the schema markup. We talked about the body text, talked about the headers. We've talked about schema markup, density, variation, entity, and co-occurring keyword usage, right? We've done this and analyzed this based upon what Google's rewarding. Simple stuff, right? But why are we talking about A tags? An A tag is a hyperlink. And I told him specifically, the business owner, and this is for you as well. I specifically mentioned to him that we want to utilize the primary key term and location along with a co-occurring key phrase. So here's what I mean by this. A primary term is skip bin hire, Carnes, AU. Waste bin hire, Carnes, AU. Tropical skips bin hire, right? You with me? Now, what I mentioned to him or recommended that we do here is we want to put it up here in the head, in the foot, because currently we don't have anything, right? Make these links, okay? I also recommended that he have the name, address, phone number, and let's make it clickable. Where's it going? Homepage into the GBP, right? We need to make that small connection. And then we already have the map. That's fine. The embed isn't what matters. It's the actual link. If you take a look here, I'll show you guys something quick. Extract all, Control F, API. Embed. Let me see. Oh, it doesn't pull it in. There's the CID. Oh, Lord. Let's get rid of that. Let's see if it shows you. It doesn't show you. This tool doesn't pull it. Watch, I'll show you something here quick. View page source, Control F, embed. Here, come up here. What we're after here is we are after what we're after here is this right here. We're after this link right here. That's what we're after. So if I were to click on this, let's just make sure. It should take it right. Embed API. That's what you're after. I'm after another link. I'm looking for a way to link to the asset, most notably Google, right? I'm just pointing this out to you. We're looking for multiple reference points to go to the GBP, not the CID, Along with this, and what, well, Chris, see, I got this question, but Chris, I don't want to link to the CID because this is other than an SEO, why would somebody find this? Well, you're right. But what is highly utilized by normal users is an embed, right? Think about the iframe guys, right? They put all these frames on there. It slows down the site like molasses, but you strip all the junk away and what's left? These codes. And what happens? They get a slight boost, right? So let's just alleviate the nonsense and let's just use the URL. So this way we can get some reference points back to the business, right? Hopefully this helps you out. So let's get back in here. So name, address, phone number, we want to link back to the asset and to our homepage or the page that is most important. In this case, it's the homepage. So we also want to add this into the footer. And then inside the body content, I do not care where, right? It could be anywhere within here. We want to increase the A tags to either locations that we service or back to the homepage. Header, footer, body. When we go into Search Console, when you look at your internal link flow based on, basically it's saying, hey, these are your most important pages based on internal links. This is how you convey the message to the search engine. This is how you say, hey, this page is important. It's with internal links. And then how Google also assesses is that you get external votes pointing to pages. And when you combine these two forces together, you get a ranking page. It's on its way. Okay. Hopefully this helps you out. All right. So we've talked about this. All right. You have to get rid of this. It's this junk right here. It's got to go. Now, I personally, it's not worth it for me to learn this builder when you already know it. What it's worth though is, hey, this is what needs to be done and why. All right. This stuff right here, great service, reasonable price, this has to be gone, right? So you have to get rid of this. This is duplicated. So number 15, remove the review widget. It is pulling in words and density. Along with that, it is Google's content. I understand you want to show reviews. Since that is important, take a screenshot and create a unique image and add that. Or along with that, link to the Google review. Right? So this type of stuff here, the reason why this is a problem is because this, even though it's CSS, maybe it's an iframe, this is being pulled into the page. This is being pulled into the page. It's offsetting the density of the page. It's making the page unoptimized. It's being optimized with content that's not mine. It's Google's content. And then we're putting it site-wide. This is a no-no. You want to use the testimonials. This is understandable for CRO to convey trust and authority to the end user. But what we want to do is we want to take a screenshot of the image, make the image a clickable asset so we can showcase to the actual end user, show them the review. But I really want you to take this a step further. When you're going to a business, here, let me show you something. So this is linking over. But when you take a look at a business, let's say it's Tropical Skips, okay, CAIRNS, all right? I want to point this out. When you're going to your reviews, you don't just willy-nilly take a review. Reviews are sorted by relevance, how new they are, how old they are, but more notably, they're also sorted by types of words that are being utilized within the review. Let me share with you what I mean by this. So when you come to your reviews, if multiple people, multiple customers say the same word more than, I believe it's 3 times, what you'll see here is they'll point out certain words. These are generally entities or co-occurring key phrases. So the reviews that you want to showcase are keywords that are actually important. So for this particular instance, let's use the word bins. See these reviews that are under the word bins? That is reviews that we want to utilize within the site. Why? Because our site is skip bin higher. So we want to go bins, maybe business, because business is an entity, right? Skip bin, even better. You see, find reviews that are hyper relevant and then link not only to the review itself, but also to this URL. See how this is? And this up here changes. Okay. This is pointing out that specific review that's entity based. That's the URL that you want to use. All right. It's just a little bit more relevant, a little bit more relevant. Relevance equals ranks. We want to be hyper relevant and hyper helpful. As long as we can do that, you'll see better performance. All right. So let's keep rolling here. We're going to clean this up. We're going to take care of our linking, take care of our on page, take care of the headers, get rid of this junk, get rid of this stuff here. Accessibility. Okay. There's, and then really, I mean, that's about it here. So let's do a brief recap related to this. Let me just see here. The images are fine. You'll get more images. You'll fix that. You have your link here. I want to see the phone number and or is there some type of license? Let's get the phone number up towards the top too. All right, so 16. These are small things that are irrelevant to the SEO, but a phone number, add to top of the page. 17, shut off the CSS with the skip bin truck at the top. Shut off the animation. 18, make the buttons for call and order bigger. Like when I land on this page, like I want to see the whole thing. Request a quote. Like if you're going to use this picture, make the picture. Make this the whole thing. Like this is cosmetic stuff, but stuff like this, like we want to make it evident. Like clearly you want them to request a quote, right? There's already a button here. Why do we have it here? Let's make this the whole picture. Make these buttons huge so it's evident to the end user, hey, this is what I want you to do. You'd be wildly surprised what users will do if you give them an option. You have to make it clear to the end user, hey, this is what we need. Ideally, you just want one option. If you want them to, I think you want them to request a quote, I think, or maybe you want them to call. Either way, make it evident. All right. Give me 2 seconds. We'll do a quick recap, and then we'll go right into another one. I have somebody else I need to help. Hakuna Matata. Such a wonderful phrase, yeah. Hakuna Matata. It ain't no passing craze, and it means no worries for the rest of my days. It's my problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. Oh, yeah. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. I think that might be my favorite song of all time. Hakuna Matata. It's my favorite song. Now, what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and do a brief recap related to tropical skips here in Cairns, Australia. Great client. We've already hit page 1, but we need number 1, baby. So I don't want to waste any time. We're going to do a brief recap of a on-page SEO audit for tropical skips. This is a skip company, aka Waste Management. So the very first thing that we wanted to do was we wanted to analyze the leading competitors, top 3, top 5 performers, and take a look at word count. What we realized with this particular site is that we have, I'll go ahead and take a look here as a recap here. Our website here has 3,471 words. Now, this is a massive issue. Why? Because when we look at the top performers, 400, 1,700, and 700, we have double the word count of the leading competitors. It's just unnecessary. This will throw off the overall density and word usage of the primary terms, entities, variations, and co-occurring key phrases. So word count. The very next thing with our particular website that we wanted to take a look at was the usage of heading tags. All right. So when we take a look at the heading tags, we can see here that we have 25, 30 heading tags. But when we look at top performers, such as this one, 17, right? This guy has 3. If we do an average, we really only need about 15. So we have double the recommended word count based on the leading competitor. This is an overage. Next thing that we took a look at was when we look at the top performers, they are better optimized in the zones or the areas that matter. Which areas matter the most? The heading tags. So not only do we have too many words, but we're not using the word amount enough times. Not only do we have too many headers, but we are not putting the keyword in the headers enough times. This is a massive issue. So we need to reduce words, increase keyword usage, entity usage, variation usage, and co-occurring key phrase usage. Along with this, we want to shut down the amount of heading tags and increase the amount of keyword usage within those header tags. The next thing that we wanted to go ahead and take a look at was schema markup. After analyzing the site, looking at each of the pages, I quickly realized that you were mass producing the same schema across all pages. This isn't what Google wants. They want you to mark up the items that are on the page to help them better understand what is there. In exchange for that, they give you a mild, very mild enhancement. In fact, there are 16 schemas, maybe slightly more, 20 schemas that actually carry an enhancement. That's where you need to focus your attention, and it needs to be unique to the page. So just sticking these in here willy-nilly isn't of best interest for you. Now, the next thing that we looked at after word count, header count, schema usage was we wanted to go ahead and take a look at the pages that we had. Now, after further analyzation of the pages, we could see that waste types is there's no reason for this page. This content here, waste types, along with that skip bin sizes, this is the information that's highly useful for skip bin hire carns. And these two pages combined, if we remove them and combine their word count, we have 888 words. What I recommend is taking this content, because it's highly useful, highly valuable to the end user, combine this content and the concepts together and include it on the home page after removing this entire section right here and removing this particular CSS automation, this Google review bar. After removing that, when you remove these two things, this should totally eradicate almost all the keywords except for about 280 words. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add the 888, and then you'll reach your word goal of about 1,000. Now I have 1,000 words on a page that are hyper relevant, hyper helpful, and then you're going to hyper optimize them. The next thing that we talked about was this review piece. This review piece is actually pulling in content from your reviews. I understand the usage here, right? Hey, I want to convey trust. This is a good thing. I understand that, but it's taking precedence over the optimization of your page, and this is unacceptable. We want to use the reviews. Take pictures of them and then link it to the actual review within your Google Business Profile. This helps in 2 separate ways. All right. The next thing that we took a look at was this footer. This is an underutilized section. Inside your footer, I noticed that you're missing, I see you have privacy terms. We want compliancy policy, GDPR, right? These are the 4 basic policies that we want to have, but we also want to include any location information. And of course, a link back to the page that's most important to us that we want to rank, homepage in this case, right? So any locations, all of your, I call them filler pages or buffer pages. And then on top of that, we want another link back to the homepage. All internal links pointing to pages that we want to rank. We use exact match or a variation of the primary term, including entities. You with me so far? Excellent. With that being said, you can also move this stuff down. We don't want that in the body content, but I do want to talk about the body content. Within the body itself, we need to increase A tags, internal links, pointing to the pages that we want to rank. In this case, any other location pages that are in the Carnes area, neighborhoods or cities, whatever you want to call them. On top of that, we need to increase the A tag usage within this page, pointing to ourself. Now, if you want to add hyperlinks, short links, jump links, image links, whatever you need to do to get more links pointing back to this page that I want to rank, that's what you do. However you want to do it, it's up to you. All right. Header, footer, schema, word count, heading usage, optimized header usage, image usage. That pretty much wraps it up for this particular page. Getting rid of these pages here, consolidating it. Also, all right. Within this page here, I want to see this. Number 19, all right? What you need to make sure that you do is, let's do a meet the team page, contact page in main header, along with phone number, okay? That's perfectly fine. CSS skipping at top. Make the image take up the entire above the fold section, and make the buttons to call or request a quote larger, right? Okay, so this is going to be the primary elements of this page. Increasing what you want them to do, make that a lot larger. Any imagery or anything like this, we want to make sure that it's above the fold. What do I mean by above the fold? See before I scroll, that's above the fold. So if I have a conversion action or if I have a request of something I want the end user to do, I want to make that prominent, huge, big. Hey, do this. Call, request a quote in this particular case. All right. This pretty much wraps it up here. These are the most important on-page elements for this site that I can see that are a massive issue. I'm not concerned about design and anything like that, or I'm just not worried about that type of thing. Google can't read, and all of the design doesn't even matter. It matters to the end user, but all I'm looking to do is optimize, and that's what this on-page SEO audit video is covering. My name is Chris Palmer with chrispalmer.org. If you have any questions related to on-page SEO, on-page optimization, pretty much anything at all, please feel free to go ahead and ask in the section below. If there's anything I could help you with, check out that QR code. You can scan it right now if you would like. And I look forward to seeing you in the next on-page SEO audit video. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye-bye. You have a great day. Now, that was fun, right? All right, let's see what you guys have going on now. Hakuna Matata, such a wonderful phrase. All right, so we have some questions here. I'm going to take the time to answer them since you took the time to write them. Okay, so this is coming from Plantation Pursuits. Is rank and rent still worthy after the March update? In my opinion, I personally have never invested time, money, or effort in the idea of rank and rent to one person. Oftentimes, this rank and rent idea or concept is based around something that's easy, something where you have an exact match in an area for something that's hyper low volume, right? Creating due diligence sheets and doing all this madness. Oftentimes, when I see a rank and renter, in my opinion, they have one asset, one location, one service. I'll look at the leading competitor of where they want to go, and they're generally generating between 10 and 40 visitors on a monthly recurring basis. If you can make the numbers work, yes, there's still perhaps a sliver of opportunity. in my humble opinion, I still feel that lead generation and or having more lures in the water is a much better opportunity, but we all have to learn somewhere, right? So sometimes the lessons are harder than others. I would, if I could sway you away from that concept, I would. But it's completely up to you. I've made many mistakes along the way on this road. It's up to you, my friend. All right, Richard, Insomnia Stream. Hope you're doing well. Yes, doing well. My guy, Dre, what's up, brother? So, man, I have my good friend here, Dre, took some awesome photos of me so I could get my site up to snuff. That was the piece that I was missing. And I want to say thank you, Dre, for taking the time to do that with me. Didn't ask me for anything, didn't want anything, just to help me out. So SEO video show on YouTube. If you have the time, check his stuff out. It's bar none one of the best as far as like I mean, of course, he's getting content from the best people like myself, right? But the quality, the quality and the time that it takes to produce what he produces is top shelf. It's top shelf all the way. And Dre, I truly appreciate you helping me out, by the way. Anyway, moving on to the next. Zaz. Whenever I look at my phone, it notifies me that Chris is live to teach you. This is crazy, man. You are so much passionate regarding SEO teaching. Regardless, it's day, night. Chris is there to teach. Great. Well, I really, really want to make it a point to at least help one person each day, right? So if I can produce a piece of content, distribute it across every social media platform and create a podcast and help one person, that can help my business grow, right? So I'm glad to do it and I'm happy to help. And this is SEO changed my entire life. So yeah, I'm happy to do it. I don't care if it's day, night, tomorrow, the next day. This has been going on since 2016, almost every day. Bang, bang, bang. Right? So glad to help. What's up, Chris? Much love. Hey, Alfredo, my man. Love the layout, stepping it up. That's right. That's right. I am. So new layout, full 1080. Also just set up the new podcast, about to embed that. Redoing the website. I think my brother and I are going to partner up and do something different. Multiple assets, search engine optimization tools.com is almost done. We'll have free tools, new tools. SEOtesters.com is the new blog. I'm going to start giving away tests completely free. That's what I really want to focus a lot of my time is figuring out what works and then just give the stuff away, right? Of course, I mean, we'll have a group too, but blog, search engine optimization tools. On top of that, of course, chrispalmer.org for your white label services. Also, in the background, quietly, we're setting up a more premium. I don't know. It's going to be Shopify, but it's more of a premium type service done for you, right? The monthly stuff. I love the white label. That's where I personally like to, but yeah, the immense hand holding is needed in some industries and categories. For instance, I noticed there is such a slew of smaller type service businesses getting just taken massive advantage of. Like it's just obscene. So we're looking to be able to offer good stuff for a fair cost. So we'll see as time is progressing. But thank you, brother. Good to see you. Hello, sir. Hello to you. A tag. A tag is a hyperlink. It's called the A tag. Yes, sir. Okay. Martino Berto. In most of my service pages are crawled but not indexed and pending since December. And there are internal links. Can you think of any other issues causing this? Sounds like time, canonical tag, submitting the sitemap, check your robots.txt, ping it, submit to some RSS feeds, run the indexing API, update your content. Sounds like either junk content, not enough links pointing to it, not enough internal links pointing to it. There could be so many different reasons. Maybe a change of URLs. Maybe you have too many 301 redirects. There's so many different things, my friend. Like, yeah. All right. Jose, my guy. Great guy here, too. Jose, great to see you. Sajay, extreme. I don't know what's extreme, but okay. Thank you. I'm new here. A lot of info has been useful. Well, thank you. Glad to help. I understand contact page, but why meet the team in the header? Meet the team, contact, about us. I think that the contact about us can be combined. And then a meet the team. If you have a team, if you have your trucks or your squad or your testimonials or your, what are they called? Like a portfolio, this would be great for a meet the team page. Why? This is a recommendation. You want to have news, you want to have a meet the team, a contact, and you want to have certain information wildly seen. It's clear and updated in that new white paper that Google puts out. I would recommend taking a look at that. All right. Hopefully it helps you out. Geotagging photos, I don't think that that's useful at all for anybody, but that's up to you. Working night shift, kind of. This isn't. Yes, I was doing some work for Tropical here, but making the content is fun for me. Like, I enjoy doing this. That's why I do it so much. And yes, I did have to do some work, so I figured why not stream it. I have another one too that we have to do, but I feel tired now, to be honest. So how many GMB profiles can you make under one company in the city? If you make too many, would it get banned? I try not to push that envelope too much, but as long as you're keeping them separate under one company in the city, yeah, they're. I would be very mindful of that compass carpet repair. I don't want to give you a number. I don't recommend doing that, especially if it's something authentic. Like, if you have a real business, I would not risk. It's not worth it. You know, I've ran into significant issues by rolling the dice. And when you look back, it's never worth it. I'm just saying, right? So it's maximize the flow that you already have, double down on what's currently working, right? If you really want to push the envelope, maybe add one more. But what I would highly recommend is keep your GBPs or your Google accounts separate. And if you're going to change it, make sure that you're changing all of the information, the images, the phone number, the name variant, like, let's just say it's Compass Carpet Repair dash location. Okay. Like, each aspect of the business, including the name, the address, the phone number, description, and photos, need to be different. Also, the pages that you're linking to within that GBP, it has to be different. Don't create two and point to the home page. Create two and point to different pages. That's the recommendation if you're going to do it, but I wouldn't if I were you. Right? Stay on the up and up. When you start stepping on people, there's problems that ensue. Google doesn't find people. People point you out to Google. That's what happens. All right. So hopefully that helps you out. Sir, if my homepage of competitors for a specific service ranked and I have created a separate page for that, what should I do? Increase the optimization on the page. I run into this a lot, right? Homepages are being rewarded, right? See, and what some business owners can fail to see is that homepage on their website is being rewarded because on their website, not only have they optimized the homepage, wrongly, in my opinion, or if that could be their only location. But let's say they did it wrongly because they're targeting multiple locales. They've optimized this homepage. They've built all their links to the homepage, and all of the pages in the head, foot, and probably in the body are pointing to the homepage, right? So of course their homepage ranks. Now I want you to think of those optimizations, right? They're properly optimized. It's heavily dense. The page is aged, right? On top of that, all the internal link flows pointing to the homepage, all their citations, the press release, the guest posts, the directories, the web twos, the podcasts, the RSS feeds, everything's pointing to their homepage. Well, if you're creating an internal page to compete with that, you need to go and take a look. What we're taking a look at is, well, how many referring domains is pointing to that homepage? How many pages are on the site? How old is that site? How many links, internal links, are pointing to that page? This is what you need to replicate on your internal page. So just because that homepage is sitting there doesn't mean that you can't beat it, but it's going to take a lot of work. Plus, if you create that page, chances are that homepage has been there a long time above you. So page age is a factor. And this is a factor that's overlooked a lot of times. So if this guy's or gal or company has been there for 5 years and you come in there and you're like, I'm going to create a page. I do it all the time. You're fighting against the clock and all that equity. So keep that in mind, my friend. Main service pages, mention footer, link back to homepage or service page. Service page, of course. Become a member level. Chris Palmer, SEO Insider. Cool. Oh, became a member. Cool, man. Thank you. But really, I would hope. See, what our plans here for YouTube, Jose or whomever, is we're building. I trimmed off 2 hours, 1 hour from each of my main mastermind, and I decided to give those 2 hours here on YouTube. Now, what I'm doing is all the brand new stuff, the mini trainings, of course, we're going to add on to the main mastermind, but anything that is 6 months old, we're moving over here to YouTube. So all of the trainings, the mini trainings, and 2 hours a week will be here on YouTube, right? They charge a premium, 20%, but they have a lot of space for videos. So that's cool and helpful. Plus, I love YouTube. Jan, direct traffic to manipulated URL, including CID and keywords. You think it makes sense? And also sending links to these. Okay. Sending traffic, yes. Sending links to a URL that you made up, no. Now, why? The links that you made up, the only traffic that's been generated on them are from you, right? These links don't show up anywhere else. So the reason why the traffic so building links to it doesn't make sense within the database because it was just created and it was created by you. You're the first session to do it. Just saying. Now, traffic through it, though, if I'm manipulating a URL string and I'm including location information and keyword variation information, I'm getting credit for those keyword and keyword searches. Brand plus location, brand plus keyword, brand plus variation, right? I'm still getting credit and it's showing up within session. I'm getting searches, I'm getting clicks, I'm getting not only brand, but I'm getting keyword traffic, I'm getting brand traffic. The traffic makes sense, but building links to brand new manipulated URL strings, it's not what I would do. I want to send links to static URLs that are static and shareable on Google. That's what I would recommend. It's up to you, though. Try it out. All right. What are the top Web 2s that you like to create, and do you outsource it or make it within the team? We make our own Web 2.0s. I built each aspect of my business currently, my brother and I's business. We're partners now. We've built many teams around each aspect of SEO. See, when I first started, it was just myself and my best friend, Eric Moran. Eric dropped out and I was by myself. And then what I quickly realized was that really SEO, other than having the skill for the site and the technical, is really a shopping list, but that becomes expensive when you're outsourcing. So what I started doing was curating Web 2s, directories, getting the press release contacts, and I started building small teams around each, generally 1 to 2 people per service. So to answer your question, can you outsource it? Yes, but you're going to pay a premium. Do we do it in-house now? But we used to outsource it, right? So it's as far as Web 2s, what we're looking for, there's 2 ways to do it. The super right way is find which Web 2s are being rewarded for your keywords. And what I mean by your keywords is a website and a page ranks for multiple keywords. So each one of those keywords is a opportunity keyword. So any keyword that you're currently ranking for, you go and look it up, and then out of those 100 results, which Web 2s are being rewarded per keyword? Those are the Web 2s you should be building. Now that takes a lot of time for such a little amount of oomph, and plus we're looking to build unstructured citations with our Web 2s. So what we do is we go out and find the biggest list of Web 2.0s that are high DR or high trust flow and are do follow, and we can retain control over. All right. And then we build that. And then whichever ones hit, they hit. Whichever ones don't, they don't. But we're able to achieve the result for a low cost and do it fast. And speed is worth more than dollars. Time is worth more than money. So I'd much rather just get them all up, and whatever goes, it goes. All right. And we like to make them branded, just so you know. All right. So that's that. Chris, have you done SEO for Squarespace? I have. I have some lead generation assets on Squarespace currently in the law space under multiple names of lawyers. So Modern Moms, I love the name. If you wanted to rank SEO service related phrases, specifically in the map pack, would you create digital marketing related service plus location pages or SEO location? I would not go for SEO plus location. I've ranked on my last asset. I have tons of videos on it for SEO Los Angeles, SEO Houston, SEO Phoenix, SEO New York City, SEO Expert New York. All the SEO terms and variations, I've tried them all, ranked page 1, top 3, top 5, top 7, all over, right? And I can honestly say that produced little to no leads. Now, small, hyper specific to the niche, you have to go broader than SEO. Marketing in general for who? Web design for who? These types of properties can achieve more phone calls and actual sales for you. What I have learned the hardest way, and what I would highly recommend for you, is take a look out online and figure out, look up internet marketing services, sites that are getting big traffic, and actually pull in their organic traffic and see what's actually driving leads, like driving the actual traffic. For instance, look up Thrive. Take a look at Thrive. Which thing is actually producing the largest percentage of traffic for them? It's not search engine optimization, and it's not SEO in LA. Nah, but go and take a look. This is what I would do as far as keyword research. Figure out what actually drives the actual traffic for these huge companies and try to take just a sliver of it. Once you create those particular assets, do not be afraid to invest in advertising. It completely transformed my entire business. Like, SEO is one piece, and creating multiple assets without my name on it, because it becomes just a problem because I'm public, has been wildly helpful for me. Creating, let's just say, law firm web design websites or real estate investor websites or stuff that offers services without my name on it, so I don't run into any trouble for being public. Now, you might not have this issue, but that has been big for me. Creating assets that are targeting a specific market for a particular set of marketing tasks for that market, and spending or allocating as much as you can towards paid traffic. The paid traffic will not only help with the organic, but it will drive lead flow. So hopefully that helps you out. All right, talked about that. Looking to create a custom web app. I want to run it by you. You still do one-on-one? I do. And if you're doing a web app or a SaaS, we're in the middle of it. I just want to point this out. Search engine optimization. Here, let's just see here. I doubt it's in here already. I mean, we just did it. Search engine optimization tools. .com. Yeah, we just literally set it up. Search, SEARCH engine. I forgot I erased my history. I just want to point this out for you. Okay, so it did finally index. So we just got up the main design, but what we're going to have here first is we're going to have the citation checker. We're building that into the SaaS, and then we'll be able to build the citations, exactly what Bright Local does, but this will be niche specific. So you can take your leading competitor, put them in, or 10 competitors, pull all their most authoritative citations, and then go and build them. But instead of building them for $2 a unit, we'll build them for 10 cents a unit. Right? So that's that. The geolocation switcher, a lot of people really like this, so we rebuilt it. We're going to give that away for free. As far as tools are concerned, right now we have the entity tool set, but we also have a maps grid. And then on top of the maps grid, we have a review checker and a review service. They'll be intertwined. Along with that, a Google Maps CTR service. That'll be entwined into here with the tracker. That way it gives you automated reports. And on top of that, we're also able to integrate the website clicks and traffic. Super awesome. So website clicks, maps clicks, review checker, maps grid checker. And then on top of that, we're going to do the citation checker and builder. And then even better, we're adding keyword cannibalization. You'll be able to take your actual report from Google Search Console, run it through, and then we'll be able to find keyword cannibalization issues. Boom, just like that. Big stuff, and I'm very, very excited about it. We're going to start integrating a keyword tracker too. I know everybody and their brother has a keyword rank checker or tracker. I've analyzed and taken a look at what the costs are out there, like SERP Robot and all these. We're going to just undercut everybody. And that's what we're looking to do. I really want it for me, but we're going to offer it to others as well. So super stoked. Got a highly skilled developer. So we're able to start doing this stuff. I'm very excited about it. And I hope you guys like this design. Took me a while to decide on this. But search engine optimization tools, bookmark it. In the next 30 days, we're going to have something here. All right. So hopefully you like that. And I'm going to just give away a bunch of stuff. So there you go. I forget what made me say that. Oh, well, if you have a cool tool, let me know, Jose, because I am super interested. These are all mini tools, right? So I don't know what you have or what you're working on. Or maybe we could work together. I don't know, but run it by me. We'll see. Okay. Thanks for the tip. GMB, it's another business not really tied to. Okay. Sir, we could make Web 2 for primary pages on the sites where we have created homepage links. Sir, we should make Web 2 for primary pages on the sites where we have created. You're creating Web 2.0s. The Web 2.0 asset links to the homepage and your primary service pages, and it includes name, address, phone number, and primary brand name. Your created branded assets that point to your most important pages, aka tier 1 links. All right, so hopefully that helps you. It's my pleasure to help you. Is there any significance listing your services in your header, graphic design, SEO, web development, instead of just having everything under one name like services? Um, in my opinion, I don't see why I would list it under the keyword services. The problem is when we're optimizing a page, if the slug or the URL contains the keyword services, right? That's the folder. Website.com/services/, right? Now we're in this folder. This folder signifies the page. So if I want to optimize, that would mean that this is services, and then that would mean that I have to optimize this page for the services I provide. Web design, SEO, this and that. So that means in my slug, I'm targeting services, but I'm talking about all this stuff. It's just not properly optimized, in my opinion. So what's much better, utilizing the example that you're showcasing here, graphic design. That's the top level page for that service. Then I can build depth of concept within graphic design. I do graphic design, and more importantly, I do graphic design in this state or this city. I also can then, within that silo, answer questions about graphic design. How much does graphic design cost? Where should I hire a graphic designer? Who are the best graphic designers? How do I hire a graphic designer? When to hire a graphic designer, right? You get the point here. I'm looking to build depth of concept, and I'm also looking to have optimization from top down, right? And that's why. Hopefully that helps you out. Martino, what's the best way to stop marketers from using my contact forms to send spam? Using reCAPTCHA 3.5, not stopping it on WordPress. If that is becoming a massive issue, then figure out a new way to get in contact. Like, how much are they really bothering you, right? Like once or twice. I mean, I think it's part of the game. It's kind of like when I've had business owners where we list them on citations or directory places, and then they get random phone calls, and they're like, why am I getting phone calls? Like, because you're starting to get listed online. This is part of the business. You have reCAPTCHA 3. I'm sure there's other services out there. You have to make a decision. Do you want to spend the money to stop it, or take the little bit of spam with the actual business that's coming through? It's up to you. Thank you, Chris. You've been incredibly helpful. How many GBPs can you have for one location, assuming you have several DBAs? Is this even possible to have multiple business profiles from different DBAs? It is, but they should have their own business locations, addresses, phone numbers, descriptions, imagery, and also separate Gmail accounts, ideally, but you don't need to do that. Google has changed a lot in time. So, Modern Mom, just to clarify what you're getting at, you suggest to hone in on one specific marketing task, such as Fort Worth web design, or for a particular audience, web design for lawyers, SEO for dentists. Exactly. Always go broader than SEO. Web design, think broader. Marketing, we're a marketing agency for dentists, and we do SEO, we do images, we do podcasts, we do video, we do AI, we do consulting, we do everything for this. Now, why would you do that? A, it's easier to rank. B, you can charge a premium. And C, your speed will significantly increase as you work more and more. You'll know all the techno babble. You'll have the templates. You'll be able to put the sites faster. Everything, speed. It's just better all the way around. Hyper specific. And then once you get that down pat, build a team around it and move on to the next thing. And that's exactly what we've been doing. Like, okay, mastered the law firms. Okay, let's build a team. Okay, we're going to do this. All right, next. Okay, real estate investors. All right, great. Let's build the team. Okay, this is how we do this. Chiropractors. The only thing I don't want to mess with, really, you get a lot of the home services, but it's just, they're usually have just started up. It's hard. It's tough because they're just starting out, and they usually don't have enough patience to make it to the finish line. They get antsy, right? Because they're investing the money, but they don't understand the SEO and know that it takes all this time. So be mindful of who you choose and what niche or category you decide to go with. dentists. I mean, you want established, somebody that they don't have to be established digitally, but they have to have already had a website. They have to be actually referenced online. They couldn't have just started it last week, right? And they can't be down to their last grand. They won't have enough patience or effort or time or budget to see their digital success, unfortunately. So, all right. So we answered all those questions. All right. That's going to wrap it up for tonight. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm happy to have answered everything. If there's anything I can ever help you with, please check out chrispalmer.org. If you want to learn more, there's a YouTube mastermind. I also have group coaching at SEOmastermind.org. There's training at SEOmastermind.org. If you want private one-on-one consulting, chrispalmer.org. Done for you service, white label service, done with you service, chrispalmer.org. Tools, search engine optimization, tools.com, and then soon coming, all the testing and everything that enlightens me to give this information and how I know this information so surely. We're going to start releasing that at SEOtesters.com. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for your time. If there's anything I could help you with, let me know. Ask your questions below. I answer all the questions as long as they're relevant, right? I get some fun stuff too, but it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Have a great night.